Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I come up again with a video which is related to network automation using Python. And today I am going to configure VLANs on HP or Aruba switch using this Python code. So let's first discuss a scenario. The scenario is we are into an implementation of an access network for a customer, which is basically an enterprise, and they have a very big building with around 8 switch rooms, and each switch room contains around 5 to 6 switches. So in total, there are 40 switches, 4 switches, and distribution. So initial setup is done, connectivity is done, SSH is enabled, and we are able to SSH the switches from a single situation. But the point is, so whenever we get a request from a user to configure a new VLAN, and if I am going to configure a VLAN manually by logging into each single switch, so it will, so uh, this task will take me a long time because I have to log in into each switch. I have to configure the VLAN, then verify the next switch, and next switch. It takes me a lot of time. But uh, I built this code, and I will automate this process. So I will run the command, uh, define the VLAN which is required, and it will be configured automatically on all the switches. So let's start. So the code is in front of you. I will explain the code, then I will go for the demonstration. So this is just the first portion is this one. Here I'm just calling the directories, or you can say repositories. So the main two repositories, which is NetMiko and this Paramiko. NetMiko and Paramiko are the two repositories which have the information of all type of switches. Okay, or you can say this library or repository knows which switch accept which type of command and how to SSH this switch. So the second portion, the first thing I mentioned is platform is equal to HP Comware. So this is basically HP Comware switch. So when I define this line, okay, so now my code is ready, and he knows, or this code knows, like I am going to SSH HP Comware switch, and the code already loaded all the commands which are required or which are accepted by Comware switch. The next two line I put the username and password which is configured on the switch. This line, this is basically I'm opening a file. The file name is IP address list hp.x. In this file, I will put the IP addresses or management IP addresses of my switches. So the code, what will do, it will open this file and take one IP at a time and send the configuration to the switch. So this is a loop, for loop. So what it is doing, so it is opening this file, taking first IP, okay, doing SSH, giving the platform IP, username, password, sending this configuration command, and then show VLAN. We can do here, show VLAN, and then printing the output. And this one is if switch is not reachable, then it will give us an error. So now let me show you the switches. These are my switches. I have selected the 4 switches out of my stock. So let me show you, show VLAN. You can say there is no VLAN 300 or 301 or 302. The second switch I will show you. Show VLAN. There is no VLAN. And this one, so VLAN, no VLAN 300 to 302. And this one also. So there is, the VLAN is not configured. So now let's configure the VLAN using this code. first of all, I have to put the IPs of all the switches in this file. The file, my file is here. So one switch I have already added. I will add other switches. This is 12, this is 13, this is 14, this is 15. Save. Now let's go back to our code, save it and execute. Let's wait. It should show VLAN output whenever it configure a VLAN on a switch. So it should show 5 times this show VLAN. The first switch is done. You can see from the output VLAN 300 and 302. Second switch done. Three down. Four gone. And finish. Now let's verify. Go on to switch 1, show VLAN. So you can see VLAN 300 to 302 is here. I can show you single VLAN 300, 301, 302. Okay. Let's verify other switches. Show VLAN. You can see these 3 VLAN here. Show VLAN 300, 301, 302. And let's check one more switch. Show VLAN. Show VLAN 300, 301, 302. So as you can see, if I just demonstrated 5 switches. Okay. So just imagine if you have 20 or 40 switches, you have to log in into each switch, give this command and verify, and maybe uh, you can miss one of the switch, and it takes a lot of time. And this little task, just a very small task of VLAN configuration, it takes you, it takes a lot of time. So it's better if we can automate it. So now using this code, I just run this code and I can do my other work, and this task will be completed. So apart from VLAN, if you see this line, you can send other commands, like if you want to configure a management interface, management IP or any other IP. So you can just put that command here and it will configure it for you. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.